So you will forgive me. I needed to restart it with the proper sound. I think it's sounding a little low. Yeah, but that's Tafura from Gospel Power, and the man that we have in studio was a huge part of that outfit. So stand by. I hope it will sound a lot better now. I think it's sounding a lot better. Gospel Power with Tafura. We have the man who was part of the authoring of this song in studio. Okay. I graduate, I do like and things like that. But look, I really, in our 7th episode tonight, would like to welcome our guest, Worshiper Larry Gunda, who has a very strong background with a group called Gospel Power. And tonight we will get to know him a lot better. One hit song around 2017, 2018, thereabouts. But allow me to welcome Worshiper Larry. You are with the UFIC. You guys say shalom, right?
Shalom.
Is that what you say?
Yes.
Nice. Shalom is peace be unto you.
Yes.
So where I come from, where I used to worship at my mom's church, which is the Family of God Church, led by Prophet Andrew Tawanashe, we would say shalom, and then you would say life to you, and then I'd say I receive.
Wow, amazing.
Yes, it was an exchange. It was a, yeah.
Wow, wow.
So, yeah, welcome along to the Gospel Greats Drive Thru.
City Yvonne.
Hey, yeah.
How are you doing?
Welcome.
Thank you so much for inviting us here.
I think this is our second interview together.
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes.
Take us to the days of the Gospel Power. I think Dopato Tangira, because right now WhatsApp Nima messages right now.
Wow.
We're also live on our Facebook page, Star FM, and my Facebook page, Yvonne Tivatye Official, as well as Capitalk. But I'm hearing a lot of nostalgia. People just saying, wow, and things like that. Take us through that. What emotions did we invoke in you when you heard Tafura 20 years later almost?
Wow. Wow, it's just amazing.
Hey.
We thank God because of where we are now. We have matured.
Hey.
We have grown up. But then physically, even spiritually,
hey.
we have grown up.
Hey.
So Gospel Power was birthed around 2002, 2003, roundabout, and we're using different names by then. We started by the name Salt and Light,
okay, and
we changed there, and we used another name I've forgotten. We could research, then we discovered that there are other guys with the same name. But I don't know if they still exist.
Salt and Light. Salt and
Light. Yes.
Interesting. Okay. So you settled for Gospel Power.
Yes, we settled for Gospel Power, and that's it. That was it in 2004. And that's when we recorded our first album, which was called Agubego Musa. When Blower by then.
Okay, Agubego Musa. Look at the grace.
Yes.
Wow, my Ndebele is on point.
Yeah.
I like that. I love the language. I learned it by myself.
Oh, really?
Actually,
the whole album was in Ndebele and Zulu. Okay. Only one English song, Who Is This Man? I know a lot of people know this one.
Who is this man? You were so extra in your vocals.
Then from there, we had to get into this Tafura thing. It was an amazing experience.
So Tafura came before Zinoti Karazambat.
No, that was the same album now.
Oh, right.
Yes, Karazambata was the album with the song Tafura. Yes. So It's amazing how we came up with the album and with the songs. We used to play in our room with my guys, and we're just playing the keyboard, and songs were coming, songs were coming.
How many were you?
We're 4.
So who was the group leader, or you guys were just equal?
Yeah, I am the group leader. I'm still the group leader.
You are still the group leader?
Yes.
Wow, that's good. Okay.
Yes.
So fast forward now, because this is 2005 when you had the hit song Tafura, which is almost 20 years ago. Fast forward now, where is Gospel Power?
Gospel Power, we are still around. It's just that we are not recording at the moment, but we are still around. The other 2 guys.
Still around means you are alive.
We are still around.
But you're not singing.
Yeah, we are not singing yet, but we are preparing something very soon. This other guy went to UK. The other one is in South Africa. We are only 2 now.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Very soon we are planning something, and you will hear it very soon. Very soon.
2034.
We are a family.
All right.
Do you know that we grew up in the same community, and our parents. Same church, and we grew up as if we're just like a family, and we shared clothes, we shared food, we shared everything.
Wow.
You know, when I see my other brothers, I see them as my biological brothers.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's how we are.
It's important,
and we'll never separate, no matter what.
Wow.
Yeah, it's only distance.
Distance, yeah.
Yes.
But there are a lot of people that are saying, yay, Worshiper Larry is in studio. So I think what I'm Gospel Power because no Papa Chim. So your name is Lawrence.
My name is Lawrence.
So what is the story behind? Well, Larry is short for Lawrence, of course, but Worshiper Larry. Isn't everybody worshiping? Why are you the worshiper? No, I'm genuinely asking. Hey.
One thing that we need to understand is every occupation has a title.
Right.
If you see a person wearing white and with a beige here and so forth, you know that this one is a doctor. And if you see a guy dirty with an overall with spanners, you know that this one is a mechanic. So what I do, it is exactly what I'm talking about. I am designed for worship. When you see me, when you hear me, it's all about worship. Yes. Okay. So that's my title. That's what I do.
All right.
That's
so you gave yourself that name?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. No. We just needed to be clear, Papa. You decided to call yourself Worshiper Larry because it's in your DNA.
That's what I do.
That's what you do. You are a worshiper. Cool. So you mentioned that you grew up in Kobulawayo with the guys. Now that 20 years later, distance is chichichi. But when did you come to Harare, and how was that transition for you? And how did you then say, I'm now moving in solo? I'm now doing my own thing now. Okay. Because now you're a solo artist.
Yes, of course. Moving from Bulawayo, we were the pastor by then, Pastor Amakandiwa.
Okay.
Yes.
He was not prophet then.
Yeah. He was a prophet.
But he was He was still going by the name Pastor.
Pastor, yes.
All right.
Yes. So we used to stay together. Same house.
Really?
Under the same roof.
You and Prophet Makandiwa?
Yes.
Worship.
So when I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
What year was this?
That was 2005.
Wow.
Yes. So when he transferred from Haumine to Chitungwiza, he told us, guys, I'm transferring from Haumine. If you would want to be to follow me and to be part of me, please, you're free to come together. So he took us also from Haumine to Chitungwiza.
Wow.
Yes.
So you come that far back with the men of God?
We come that far. We come that far. So when he took us from Haumine to Chitungwiza, we were staying under the same roof, same house, eating the same food.
Wow.
Yes. That's what happened. So that's how we came to Harare.
Okay.
Yes.
just as I'm going to digress a little bit. So how did that? I know we're talking about you and your music, but how did that experience shape you as a Christian? And because now the man that we call Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa is not a small feat. It's not. You know what I mean?
Course.
There's a journey there, and how did that shape your walk with Christ and where you are now?
It shaped me in a very special way because wherever he could go to minister, would go together, and would minister in song before he preaches. Then after we minister in song, then he preaches. Everywhere we traveled so many places.
Wow!
So I grew spiritually, and I developed that fear of the Lord in me. And because of his teachings and his sermons, he molded me in a very special way. Today, I am what I am today because of his teachings and because of his love, and of course because of Mama Emmanuel Ruth Makandiwa. If it wasn't of her as well, I couldn't be where I am today. So that couple is an amazing couple.
To you, and you've had first-hand, relationships with them. Cool. So let's come back to Worshiper Larry. And you move out, and then you start doing your own solo career. Was Mbiri Kugwa your first one?
Yeah, it was
as a solo artist.
It was a solo. Yeah, I did an album called Deeper. Deeper Anonzimutswene album. That was my first album. So this is where Mbiri Kugwa came in. Yes. So that was my first album as a solo artist. But we're still together with Gospel Power.
I did not underline. No, there's no drama there. We are not looking for any drama. I'm basically just wanting to paint a picture of the man that is in front of us. Okay, cool. So maybe let's talk about your musical journey, your solo musical journey to date. How many albums do you have? What's happening with you on your side, the music hero? Wonderful.
I've done Deeper, Anonzimutswene. I've done Yahweh We Praise, Volume 1. And right now we are preparing, there's an album that is coming, a 12-track album called Yahweh We Praise, Volume 2, The Encounter, which we are going to be launching very, very soon this week.
Yahweh We Praise. Okay, cool. So we will talk about that and what people can expect from it as we wrap up the interview. But look, as you know, we did tell you, and our listeners know, that in the Gospel Greats Drive Thru, we've got the catch-up, which we are doing now. We've got about 10 more minutes into the catch-up, and we can still... My songs Gospel Power and oh my goodness. I will try and slide in another one. I will try. Or we can play his own song so that you can then just appreciate Worshiper Larry from back then. And because Gospel Power yatacha pari a bit sensitive. And serious, please.
Oh my God.
There are quite a couple of messages that are actually saying that.
Wow.
Because I think Munenge masita kagaita precedence ka. Then move amazungu siya
I think it's good for us to hear that because it will encourage us and it will push us into doing something. I think these messages are good for us. You know, they are good for us. We need that. We need to hear that. You know, those are the that Musi.
But how was that song for you? How did it change your lives? In 2005 then? I'm taking it you were still just bachelors, boys who are serving Christ. Were you married then? Were you a family man then?
We were still boys.
And the independence. So how was that experience for you?
It was a good experience, of course. But it was a very good experience. We went to so many places. It created a lot of platform for us. We sang in weddings, graduation parties. We invited so many churches, so many ministries. Actually, we were so busy during that time. Yes, we were so busy.
What was one of your most memorable times that you performed that Tafura song or Kanajambata, where you can say, this day was just something else? Take us back to that moment where you were like, hey, Musuyu.
Right, I still remember. It was a conference in the AFM at the Faro Mission. performed this song, Tafura, the response that we received from this amazing song was just amazing. We couldn't believe that people received us so well. And, you know, it was our first time introducing some of these songs. It was our first time, and the response was just amazing. It's as if we'd been in music for so long, yet it was our first time.
And yet, you didn't go back there. How many projects did you do with? Because that was your first album, which had hit songs. Did you go back there?
Yes, we with Gospel Power, we have 5 albums. Yeah, we have 5 albums. Akupegumusa, and we have Kanazambata, we have Achapindura, we have Kunyarara, and lastly, it is Spiritual. Really? Yes, 5 albums.
Great. So you guys, you guys actually then continued, because the feeling is but look, I like that we're talking about it. So your music, your own and so many of the other songs that you've done, how has that transition been like for you? Have you had to introduce yourself and say it's me from Gospel Power, or how has your music been received, not only with your audiences who church where you worship, but elsewhere? How has your music been received?
It's amazing what God can do. Of course, I haven't introduced myself as this is Worshiper Larry Gunda from Gospel Power. No.
You didn't have to.
I don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah, because Gospel Power is Gospel Power.
Okay.
Worshiper Larry is Worshiper Larry. Yes, of course there's a very thick line, because some the rest of the songs that I do with Gospel Power, I write the songs for Gospel Power, and for Worshiper Larry, I write the songs as well. So Gospel Power and Worshiper Larry, they're just the same thing, but there is a thick line between the two of us.
Not a thin, but a thick.
A thin.
Worshiper.
A thin line. Sorry, a thin line. Yes, a very thin line. Yes.
And the response from audiences, your own solo work.
It's amazing how people are responding to our music. There is a song that I did in Onzi, Mandishanyira. I have received so many messages from people talking about that song. I did it in 2020, and that's when the album was out. And the response from that album is just amazing from different people, and we are receiving messages because it speaks to the heart. It's a prayer, thanking God because of the grace where God has taken me from, and where I am, and where I'm going. So these are the kind of song that people love to hear. And when they hear these songs, they'll sit down and think, and even if they are going through situations, they'll know that no, where I am today, I've been taken from somewhere, and today I'm here today because of the grace of God. I know definitely that my life will change, and
here on the Gospel Greats Drive Thru, right here on Star FM, sounding good all the time, together with Capital 100.4 FM, Harare's Heartbeat, Yvonne Tivatye being my name. We've got about 4 more minutes for us to just touch base with Worshiper before we get into the game show. And you know that the game show is in 3 segments, which is very, very afraid of this guy that you see. He kept trying to bribe me. Let me put it out there. He kept saying, yeah, no. We're going to...
Please, don't kill me, or please.
It reminds me of the moment, you know, Prophet Fred, who was sitting where he was sitting there. Then he said, "Not Vanessa Sangano."
Anyway, Congress was listening.
So he was being very unfair. I think he wore his spiritual spectacles. He got the quiz right. But look, before we get into that, are there any aspects of your life, really, as we catch up with you, that, or your personality? You sound like a very alive and bubbly person, but are there things that people might not know about you, right? And do you have any hobbies and passions outside music?
Yeah, I love jogging. I love jogging.
Really?
Yeah, I jog almost
You don't look like a fit athlete.
every day. I jog.
Serious?
I love jogging.
Motomanya.
Totomana zokutoti
My distance again.
totofemesa wakanda. I can go as far as 20 km non-stop.
Worshiper Larry.
I'm telling you the truth.
20 kilometers.
20 kilometers.
Wow. Power to you.
Yeah. And I'm also a pastor
Okay.
at UFIC.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I'm also a pastor.
Ordained
UFIC.
by Prophet Emmanuel.
He not yet ordained, but
Okay,
pastor.
Appointed,
Appointed, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So you've got a flock that you shepherd.
Yeah, I'm a pastor at Maimonido's Zone, UFIC.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
In Waterfalls here.
Waterfalls, yes.
Oh, okay. That's where you pastor.
Yes.
Okay. So how's that been for you? Had you always been a pastor?
No. Sisi Yvonne.
It's always been.
Kunzi umfundisi. Zizinyaya dzekutamba nadzo kai.
Even when you fundiswa kwalesi.
Kuda kutamba. Isinyaya kutamba nemweya yevanhu, isinyaya kutamba. Inototyisa. Isinyaya yekungoti watongobvuma. Wana Moses pachibvira moto. Sango risingatsvi. Woramba woti haiwa handisi kuenda. Onzi kanda tsvimbo pasapa achingoramba chete aisinyaya kutamba nayo. But it's all about grace. When grace has located you, that's what happens.
What are some of the challenges that, because the way you passionately speak about that and the way you gave examples, especially Zana, Moses and them that we'll meet when we get there, you know, there was someone who told me something very refreshing the other day when I was complaining to one of my friends, and I was saying, and then he actually said to me, you know, patichanosvika kuyuvhona takagara pai tichiudzwa isusu namai Maria Magdalene vachitaura nyaya yavo mafambiro akaita, you know, tichitaurirwa isusu naEsther kuti zvakafamba sei pana Mordecai pai iwo yako nyaya yavo uchati chiiwe, because what is your account of your walk with Christ?
That's very true.
Do you know what I mean? So
yes.
You take it in stride, and you know that one day we'll sit there and then we'll say, how did you react and how did you move on from that and things like that? So I really want to find out from you, a pastor, Kuti, how has that been like for you? What are the challenges that are there in pastoring a flock?
There are so many challenges. One of the greatest thing that we face is resistance.
Hey.
You get resistant, hey, even by your own people. Like Moses, he was sent to deliver the children of Israel from Egypt, and when he got there, you know, he was being resisted.
Until this is the good news. It's the gospel. You get there and you say, I have good news, guys. Christ died for you.
I think people, they need those kind of men of God who come with wings, and they are all wearing white, glittering, and
with hoarse voices.
They can't believe when they can't believe it. Kuti, this guy is coming from our mind, and now he's a pastor. It's unbelievable. Yeah, you can't believe that. Wow. So we go through that, you know.
Yes,
acceptance is very. Yeah. They look at you from the head to the toes, and they say, "What do you have? Can you offer me anything?" You see.
So you are not mobile, but move up.
Ndonyaya dzatinosangana nadzo, because sometimes munhu anenge atumwa naMwari haana kufitwa neumwari wacho, haana kutombofitwa kuti munhu anogona kudzikinura kana kusunungura munhu. So that's how it is. That's how it is. But anyway, vanokutorera chimwe chidhakwa chabvaruka. All of a sudden, what happened to Saul? Saul was a killer. All of a sudden, he was changed. It's very difficult to accept that person.
It is. We had this conversation with Baba Harare, who I recently discovered is my uncle. So Nasekuru Baba Harare, we actually then got to a place where I said to him, acceptance. It's not easy for people to just then accept you like that, you know. People will start saying, I'm Igbo, so
yes.
And then I also then look at it from this angle where I think that I don't know if it's human nature really to be protective of your space and your faith. But somebody put it to me very beautifully the other day, and as we're speaking.
Okay.
He said that God has a curious habit of dealing with the lowly. He has a curious habit. He wants to find out how far you can really go with him.
That's very
Look
true.
at King David.
Yes.
So he gets there. David
But
wow.
It's very difficult now to accept such a guy, such a person.
So how do you navigate that as a pastor? I'm seriously digressing. But how do you navigate that as a pastor? I think people need to hear this.
One thing that you have to understand is you're not called for everyone. That one person that will believe in you, concentrate on that person.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not called for everyone.
Okay.
Even if everyone else will not accept you, but that one person, if you find just one person who is able to receive you, take that person seriously.
That should encourage you.
That means that you are sent for that person.
Wow.
Yeah. And we have a reward for that.
I like that.
You will have a reward for that.
Thank you so much for bringing that into perspective. And I know that I seriously digressed from the things that we had said we wanted to talk about. So you're a pastor and you like to jog. Those are things that we didn't know about your personality.
And I love chickens. I love chickens so much.
To eat chickens?
No, not chickens. No, just to rearing chickens.
Kutorera
ndipei huku ndokurerera huku zvekuti unodaira kuti murume anogona kuchengeta.
Wow.
Ndinoziva zvirwere zvese kubva chekutanga kubva kukwashi kusvika kuCovid.
Oh my goodness. So this is such a funny thing.
I love chickens.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I take them as my little babies.
Nice.
Yeah.
So talk to us about your personal life now. You've spoken about, some aspects of your life and personality that you think people don't know about you, but let's talk about the other things if you're free to talk about them. Are you married? How many children do you have? And things like that. People would like to know.
Wow. Thank you so much. Yeah. Unongoziva kuti vanhu vanonzwa magitari. Vanongoziva magitari vanoita marombe. But I appreciate God because of the way that I've been brought up, the way that I've been taught. Now I am happily married.
Wow.
Yes, I'm happily married. I'm married to Talent Gunda, Talent Katsua.
Shout out to you,
yes,
Talent.
Talent, she's such a beautiful woman.
Oh, that's nice.
And I love her so much. I know that she's listening.
Lovely. Talent,
yeah.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, the only one.
Married to one wife. Okay.
One wife, yes.
Great. And you've got children?
God has blessed us. We have got 5 kids now. Yes, He's blessed us with 5 kids. 2 boys and 3 girls. Very beautiful baby. Very beautiful children.
Lovely.
Very beautiful children. And we wedded in 2009.
This is your 15th year.
Yes, 15th year in marriage.
Master.
Amy.
Ayo machimaster.
15.
15. Ziripo.
But tutonzonge takutotanga manje.
Seriously?
Tutonzonge takutotanga kuto.
What's the secret there? I'm digressing again. I need to come back very quickly.
Yes.
What's the secret there for you in those 15 years? When I spoke to Elad and Sharon last week, who we had, their issue was, okay, I was giving them an example. Yeah, Baba Namai Charamba who came, and then they told me that, in fact, it was Baba Charamba who said, Chandichengeta makore esai, ndingendichinama iwe murkona. Kuchka. Dinochka. Dinouraya. Dinochka futa mai wenyu baba. Kuchka mwari chaiwo. And then I was asking them, and I think they said that a friendship that they have and things like that. What has been your 15-year, thing that is just keeping you going?
One thing that you need to understand is people they don't know this. Marriage is a blessing. There are things that come with marriage. There are blessings that come with marriage.
Wow.
And when you are aware of that, you take marriage seriously.
Okay.
Because I know that if I had not married my wife, there are things that I know that by now I wouldn't have achieved those things.
Wow.
By now. Yeah. Even the ministry side, I wouldn't be in ministry.
Power to you.
If it wasn't of this marriage.
Okay.
So marriage is a very powerful tool, and I'm so happy. I'm happily married, and God is blessing us. And I know and I believe that blessing that is coming upon our life, it is because of this marriage. If it wasn't of this marriage, I wouldn't be where I am today.
I know that if we were to give you a chance to answer in what ways, I know that my boss Steve Vickers was talking about it on Family Focus today when he was saying that marriage, the first mandate for marriage is to honor God.
That's very true.
It is not good for a man to, you know what I mean? From the get-go, companionship.
Oh yes.
That's so
very
you
true.
will notice good companionship
Right.
that you cannot be alone.
Oh yes. Oh,
You
yes.
hear what I'm saying? So anyway,
Right.
but we need to quickly move into the quiz now. Where can people access your music? You've got new music that's coming up.
Yes.
What's happening there? To launch it with Rakupi.
Wow.
Music at your one Kwakupi. Jofamba say.
Amazing. So we are planning a launch on the 29th of August, which is this coming Thursday. We are at Casino Marina Conference Center at Longchen at Belvedere there. So we are launching our new album. It's a 12-track album.
Okay.
And it's an amazing album. I went through a lot to come up with this. So there are a lot of encounters that I went through to come up with this to come up with this album. So we are launching, and our music will be available online. You can go on Google Play Store, on YouTube, on what do they call it? Spotify. It will be available.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. Do you have three tickets that I can give away? My producer, Valeria and Kathleen, can I do this? Shall I? Do I have a green light?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So can I give away three?
3 tickets, yes.
All right. On our WhatsApp platform, 0772162651 as well as 0719100404. If you want to go to Worshiper Larry Gunda's album launch at where he said it is, give me the venue now. And the first 3, I'll definitely give you your ticket and you'll come and see Valeria on Monday, which is tomorrow, right? And then you'll get your ticket. So, as we move on from that, and just announce our winner tapes, let us now get into the quiz. Are you ready?
Come on now.
Let's encourage you. Let's encourage you.
Could I encourage me?
So this part of the quiz really is so that we just have fun with you and get you into your lighter moments. Worshiper Larry Gunda.
Awesome.
And just that we get to know you a little better. So we begin with Know Your Music. And we've got an amazing gift for you just for participating.
Wow.
And because you've been very brave, I'll let you choose between 2 things. And because you love your wife so much, I think you may want this one more. There's a spa voucher that we have.
Wow.
For a full body spa, the works.
Yes.
It's worth $100.
My
from
God.
Edma Spas, Yana Edgar Makombe, and
wow.
it's out there in Borodale. Then we've got a gift bag.
Wow.
So
thank you so much.
As you decide, and
I've
got to pick one. You've got to pick one from there.
All right.
So as you decide which one to pick. Pane gift bag. Really to my goodies to remove it. Then there's the spa voucher. But in the meantime, let's get to the first question in our Know Your Music category. It's got 3 questions. This is your music. We didn't sing it. You are the one who wrote the music.
I'm the one who wrote.
And you sang it. So we are hoping that you will get it right. So the first question is there are lyrics to a song, the Mandishanya, which I'm not gonna, because I'll really confuse you. But all right, Mandishanya is a song of yours.
Yes.
From which album?
Mandishanyira is from the album Yahweh We Praise Volume 1.
Okay. You got that correct. That's 1 out of 10.
Oh, yes.
Cool. When was the live recording of this song? Nenzevedze kunzwa nganzwe zvinoreva mweya nekuti ari kutaura amanaka mukuti akunonokera.
Nenzevedze kunzwa was recorded in the sanctuary.
Where was it recorded?
It was recorded in the sanctuary at Life Haven.
Munozoti munoti confuse here. Life Haven in Mount Hampton.
Mount Hampton.
Mukati sanctuary achaziva kuti makuti. But look, what I like.
All right.
What I like about these questions you're very confident. But there's a segment that is coming on the world around.
My God.
But anyway, the album Yahweh We Praise. How many songs does it have?
Yahweh We Praise has got 10 tracks.
This is your music.
The score of songs.
Oh my goodness, I like this. Even I'm going to leave you there. I'm not even going to tell you how many songs that is on your album, because 10 is wrong, 12 is wrong. But anyway, Mama Gunda, Mubate Yahweh We Praise. What? 1, 2, 3. It's okay. It's alright. You've done exceptionally well in this first round. Let's give you a round of applause.
Hey.
I'm gonna. Okay, cool. Now let's get into the world around you. Are you listening?
I'm listening.
I'm listening. Do you watch the news? Do you like a little bit of some soccer? What do you like when you said you like jogging?
Yeah.
But what else do you listen to or watch that's not gospel music?
I love soccer. So much.
What team do you support?
I support Liverpool.
You're not my fan. You guys won this. You won this evening, Liverpool, and I'm not taking that lightly. I do not like Liverpool.
Liverpool is the only team in England.
Oh no, I do not like Liverpool. Manchester United team I've got to support.
Right.
I've got to support. How many horizontal stripes? Listen to this very carefully. How many horizontal stripes are there on the Zimbabwean flag? I'll count you down now.
5.
My way. Worshiper! No! We've got 7.
Oh
and out to colors. Stripes.
Oh.
Those are the because the stripes are going this way. My God. And they'll go gift back. I've got no benefit.
Next question.
Next question is, who were the 2 athletes who represented Zimbabwe at the recently ended Paris 2024 Olympics? You like sport?
I like sport, but I know the guys, but I've forgotten the names.
You will not tell him. The managers want to me.
Papa's not Tinashe.
Papa's not. Papa na Tapiwa Nashe Makarao and Makanata.
Tapiwa Nashe. That's not Tinashe.
Papa Nashe.
Yeah, that's good.
Anyway.
At least
Anyway, the largest country in Central Africa. Central Africa, no key phrase. It's a true or false question.
Okay.
The largest country in Central Africa is the Democratic Republic of Congo. Is this true?
Manager,
this is true.
Makanda sona manager again.
No,
I'm having so much fun. It's such a fun guest. We now conclude with our Bible trivia.
Okay.
Are you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
What is your favorite time of prayer? When we had Ellard and Sharon, they had conflicting times of prayer. Whilst couples should pray together, Ellard likes to pray in the evening, and apparently Sharon, who has a very hoarse voice, will be groaning in the morning. So it tests their marriage, patience and stuff.
I pray in the evening.
You pray in the evenings?
In the evenings.
What time does your wife like to pray?
10, 11, 12.
Okay.
10, 11, 12.
And Mama Gunda, what time does she like to pray?
Yeah, 10, same time.
So what 10, times? Oh, you guys pray together in those times?
Yeah, we pray together. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I hope you read the Bible together. Of what wood was Noah's ark made of? This one is an easy one because there's a multi-choice if you're lost. But I know this one you are able to get it.
Was it not a gopher?
It was, man. Ash, it's not a mopar second.
Gofori. Ndikati gofori rakapinda ndichiri kusunday school chaiyo kuti gofori. Tikazonzwa kuti ayo nechirungu inonzi gofori.
What are the names of Joseph's two sons? Joseph, where are we? What are we in the New Testament? Where do we are? We're in Egypt. Joseph. His two sons. The one who was sold by his brothers. Manager is googling.
Yeah,
Five. Should I give you answers?
I ain't.
It's a multi-choice. I can run through the answers.
Yeah.
A is John and Mark. B is Cain and Abel. C is Ephraim and Manasseh. Those are that. Now you're not going to make me because my mind will be completely out. Which three men? This is the last question and you're free.
Yes. Papa do the three, but I don't see.
All right. Do the answer.
Yeah.
Don't share the mission can I be? I used to worry. Which three men were swallowed alive in a pit? No question.
Swallowed alive in a pit.
Yes, I'll give you, and I'll give you. Story of Numbers 26, verse 9, and I'll give you the answers.
Korah,
Datan,
and
I'll give that one to you. Because Paul to Datan and Korah, I only want to family.
So it
was Korah, Datan, and Abiram.
Yes, Abiram.
They were swallowed alive. What had happened?
Varuma vakasarudza kusaenda kurudyi rwaMwari, kusaidi kwaMwari. Vakazvikanzi vari kurudyi rwaMwari, varikuda kuti tipfuurire mberi, mirai uko. Ava ndokuzomedzwa.
But anyway, the last one is, do you remember when? That's the last one. That's a tricky one, but I'll help you. Do you remember when you wrote on your Facebook page? Yeah, ndimwe. Makanyora kuti kuna Jesu akauya zvachose on Facebook. What was going through your mind at that time? Do you remember the date? Or do you remember the year you wrote that?
I did that, I think that was 2022.
It was 2023. But what was going through your mind?
There are situations that we go through. And some of these situations, they try to take you away from what you've chosen, from following Christ. And during that moment, there are words of comfort that continue to come. And at the end, you just tell yourself, Satan usada kutraya zvavo. Kwana Jesu takatouya. Takatoya zvachose. Whether what did takatouya zvachose. Hatisidzokera no matter what.
Nice one.
Yes.
It has been an absolutely fun time that we had with you. So you will tell me what you're choosing after you dedicate your song of the season to our listeners and encourage them in 30 seconds. Your song of the season is which one?
My song of the season, it is called Kanamara Kurangarira Zvako Zvanaka.
What do you want the listeners to hear from that song? We're just going to press play on it just now.
There comes a time when you go through situations, but people, they have to also remember that they've also to know that there will come a time when God will remember his own. So it is during that time when God remembers you, your things will begin to move, your things will begin to flow. Wow. No situation is permanent. It only waits for that moment when God finally remembers you. And when God remembers you, doors will begin to open.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Before you choose your gift, Well done to Elman Zawazi, Winet Funganga, and Kosilati Zinyane. You'll see Valeria tomorrow, let's say around from midday onwards, and you'll get your tickets to Worshiper Larry Gunda's album launch that's happening at the Long Cheng at Casino Marina. We are going to let you go now. What did you choose? The spa voucher or the gift bag?
Let me choose the gift bag.
Then it was imba yakakosha ndinoona kuti vachuzirwa voucher amai mwana vachuza gift bag abavurona varona mama ningirikini magoodies. Where is our gift bag?
Magoodies acho kandi amaizvo.
Oh, my goodies, damn. Saka beta awandi. Because ziri zvemasaji makurongo waiti. Logic. I get it. Thank you so much, Worshiper, for coming. My producer has just gone to get it for you. It's a gift bag that is courtesy of our proud sponsors at RHI Media.
Wow.
I hope you enjoy it. It's a corporate gift hamper. I'm going to
thank you so
we hope
much.
to see you again soon.
Definitely.
On the Gospel Greats Drive Thru.
Thank you so much for the time. Hey, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Sunday yapera zvakanaka.
Sunday yapera zvakanaka. Yakatanga zvakanaka.
Ayatanga zvakanaka ikapera zvakanaka. Eh, anotanga zvakaipa yapera zvakaipa. Ayo ayatanga zvakanaka. Ikapera zvakanaka.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Where can people find you online?
Yeah, they can find me on Facebook, Worshiper Larry Gunda, on YouTube, Worshiper Larry Gunda, on Twitter, on Instagram, Worshiper Larry Gunda. If they want to call, they can call this number, WhatsApp, 0772 950 116. 0772 950 116. And please, I don't pray for people.
People pray for you. Okay, but
no, yeah, no, not saying people.
All right, you're not saying that. But you're also saying that pressure equals power my
yeah. Tagara taichenesa.
That's good. Tambirai gift bag renyu rokubva kuna assistant producer wedanonzi Kathleen. Thank you so much for coming.
Wow.
We appreciate you and we hope to see you again soon. Look, this is how we end this week's edition of the Gospel Greats Drive Thru. Guess who's driving through next week? Somebody called Matthias said, I'm driving through. So look, you will look out for that one same time next week. If you're tuned in to Star FM sounding good all the time, I leave you in the very capable hands of Zanani. If you're in Capital 100.4 FM, Harris half plate. Saviors, the secret ingredient is already waiting for you. My name is Yvonne Tivatye from Kathleen and Valeria behind the scenes. Is good night. God bless. Please take care. So this one is your song of the season from Worshiper Larry Gunda. His song of the season really, and his word of encouragement. Kanamare akurangari.
Hey!